On the way to Gangnam Station, Gangnam District. I'm here at Hongdae University Station right now, waiting for my train. Just arrived. I'm in Gangnam District, and I found the cafe I'm looking for. Yeah. So I arrived at the cafe I'm looking for, and I ordered tea punch, one of their best sellers, and I received a free rose.
Can't stand it. 아직 헷갈려 너와 내가 남남일까 혹은 아직도 하나일까 나 오늘도 혼자 마음을 졸이고 있어 내 말에 믿던 너 대체 어딨어
Yeah, bitch, made it. Woo-hoo. Starfield COEX Mall. SM Town. They have a library inside the mall where you can freely read. I'm gonna check out books. Look, guys. Yeah. It's so nice.
좋았던 기억을 다 지웠어도 자신 없선 없이 혼자서긴 아직은 말하지 않아도 싸늘해 네 표정이 요즘 따라 너의 행동이 힘들어 이런 마음 눈치 없는 척 애써 모른 척
Walking to Apgujeong Rodeo Street, where all the fancy brands are. Remember the rose I received earlier? Well, it fell from the plastic while I was running from the rain because it rained so hard. South Korea today. I'm just wandering around. Right now, I'm walking out of Ewha University. I'm flying out tonight, going back to Manila.
That's right, baby.
This is so sad. I'm gonna miss this. Everything. I'm gonna miss everything. I don't wanna leave yet. On International Airport, I'm looking for my counter and I can't find it anywhere, so I'll just keep walking. I mean, it's counter K, but I don't know where. Meal in Korea. Lotteria? They call this Lotteria. It looks like Burger King. I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Like, seriously, there's so much inside. And this is my fries and drinks. I didn't get my straw, but they gave me a lot of plastics. I don't know. Maybe I'll return it after this. Oh my gosh. So a while ago, earlier, I bought 10-piece nuggets from Burger King and it cost only 2,000 won. It's like $2. It's a lot cheaper than McDo here, like super. Their McDonald's here is super expensive. So I opted to go for Burger King and it was super yummy, as in swear. I can't believe I'm eating my last meal. Like, why? I wanna cry. So sobrang iyakin ko, gusto kong umiyak. Kasi, na-attach na ako. I know it was just 1 week, but I went to a lot of places and I met a lot of people. So I tried to have my tax refund. Although I've had my tax refunded from the stores I went to in Myeongdong, the ones I went to in Hongdae didn't have. I just found out that you needed a form from the shop and they didn't give me one. So, oh my gosh, bakit? Oh, that's a life-saving tip in case you go to Hongdae and shop there. Ask for the form. On the way to my gate. So this is the rest of Incheon.
Expecting latest arrival Manila around 12:40 in the morning local Manila time. So right now, sit back and relax. Once again, welcome aboard.
Ilang pinto. It's for fun in the Philippines. Morning, Manila. It's June 28th and I'm back. Dito na ako. Ta-da! And my titas are waiting for me. Yay!
소리쳐 이젠 재밌는 얘기도 통하지 않아 차갑게 변해
Hi! Hi everyone, so this is Rose, and to properly conclude my Seoul vlogs, this is a post-series reflection session wherein I will share some of my experiences which weren't shown in details in my vlogs, and some tips in case you decide to travel to Seoul also. Okay, so let's begin.
정말 답답해 막막해나 너의 마음속에 넉넉해
First is the people. So when you travel, basically when you go anywhere, you'll be meeting a lot of people. And even before stepping out of Incheon International Airport, I came across a Filipino guy who was FaceTiming. I'm not sure if that's his mom or auntie. What I overheard in their conversation was, "Wag kang tatanga-tanga dyan, ha?" Okay, wait now. And apparently, he was alone. Overhearing their conversation made me laugh. Eventually, when the guy hung up, he asked me where we were going. Apparently, he was just following a group of people, and he noticed that I understood their language, so he started asking me questions about saan ba kami pupunta, where we're going, or what to do next, is he doing the right thing, like that. So I told him that, to be honest, I didn't know also where we're going. I just followed the influx of fellow tourists from the airplane. I told him, I guess this is going to the main foyer or the main part of the airport. I lost him when we were lining up in the immigration because he was a slow walker. And another group of Filipino people that I met is the Titas of Manila, Nami Island. I was just walking around and I saw a beautiful mural. I'll be showing the picture here. Saw this mural. They were just standing by it, and I asked, "Do you want me to take a picture of you?" And I heard them say something in Filipino, and I said, "I'm from the Philippines also." After taking their photo, I asked if they could take my photo. That's just, I guess for me, that's common courtesy. That's how I usually ask other people to take my pictures. In forums and blogs, you'd read that Koreans are not really helpful when it comes to directions. They're helpful, they're just shy talking to foreigners because they're not really confident speaking in English. So when it comes to the language barrier, I didn't get to experience it to the fullest. Except this one time, I saw a bibimbap place in Hongdae, and I just went in. Also, nagmadali ako, umupo. I sat down, and then the aju was speaking in Korean. I just said, na bibimbap, bibimbap. I just pointed that poster I saw outside. She went out of the service area, pointed the machine to me. Oh, that's when I realized that you have to order from the machine. I didn't know if they had a menu in English. So that's one of the things you have to consider when choosing a restaurant. You have to ask for an English menu if you don't know their local language. The meal was great. Kimchi, of course, A+. I love kimchi. Most of the restaurants I ate in had free-flowing kimchi. So if you're like me and you love kimchi, just keep on refilling. They wouldn't recognize you anyway. There are a group of guys, and I asked if they could speak in English. One guy said, a little. The other one kept laughing, so medyo sketchy na ako sa part na yun. Like, can you understand me? Or, Nami, yes. They reply like that. Okay, so, okay, good. I only got lost one time. What happened was, I just arrived in Hongdae. From Myeongdong, I transferred to Hongdae. What the guest house owner gave me was a map with establishments. The directions given was not enough. First thing I did was ask a sales lady. So I showed her the address, and then she opened the neighbor map. It's a famous app in Korea. They have the latest articles, they have videos there, everything. It's like Google for Koreans. From where we were at that time was actually near, but then there were a lot of people and it was drizzling. I had my luggage with me, which was quite heavy. I also had another bag and then my backpack. I don't know if it was because physically I was already tired, that mentally I couldn't function well,
But I got lost again even if I followed the directions she gave. Buti na lang, I came across a tourist information center. I gave them the name of the guest house and then the directions given to me. Then they showed me a different map which I would follow. But I still had difficulty locating the place. After that, because I got lost 2 times already, even with the help of other people, what I did was let go of my phone kasi I was accessing Google Maps also. Turn off my Wi-Fi and just visualize the map that was given to me and look for the street names and all that. Eventually, luckily, I say I was really lucky at that time. I stumbled upon a corner wherein I would just have to turn left and then the guest house is already there. Buti na lang. I guess that's a life tip in case we get lost. Sometimes asking people for several times already wouldn't help if you're not properly functioning. It's best to trust yourself, trust your instinct. Just make sure you know where you're actually going. What I did was retrack my steps to figure out where I made a mistake. I miscounted. There's actually a small alley that wasn't indicated in the map that was given to me. So that's how it happened. Good thing is, I figured out and I corrected my mistakes and I didn't get lost after that. Another experience, the exit I got out of didn't have any escalator or elevator. So it was a floor high na stairs and I had 3 bags with me. Fortunately, an ajuma noticed that I really had difficulty and medyo nadulas yung shoulder bag ko. What she did was, diba, I had both of my hands holding onto the luggage. Yung isa, hinawakan niyang ganun. When we became a tag team, she actually reminded me of my grandmother at that time. Natouch ako, and then medyo nahiya na ako because I noticed na nahihirapan na rin siya because it was stairs. So, them grannies and the knees. So, another is the ajushi that helped me when I had difficulty getting out of the exit. I had my team money with me, right? I kept on tapping it, but it wouldn't let me out. I tried reloading it, pero yung machine naman wouldn't get my money. The ajushi was stand behind. Napansin niya na I was having difficulty. He gave me another 10,000 won. Nagpalitan kami. Machine still wouldn't accept it. I said, sabi ko, okay, you go ahead. And when he reloaded, inaccept yung money ko. So parang ako, bakit? Why wouldn't you let me out? Try tapping it again on the gate and then I got out naman. So, thank you for that ajushi for helping me. There was another experience na I wasn't allowed to exit the gate again. Paulit-ulit akong ganon and then hindi ako pinapa-exit. The gate was always closing on me. And I said, help! I told her na I couldn't get out. And then she said, okay, wait, I'll ask for an officer to help you. But she didn't return. Baka she was rushing also and then she told an officer and then the officer didn't go to me. So, benefit of the doubt na lang. You've seen in my first vlog that I met up with my Korean friend Chaeyoon, introduced me to her friends. They're working for a university Buddhism organization. Chaeyoon's other workmate, who was a girl, gave me a mini interview, parang ganun pa. And then the guy gave me his calling card. It's embedded in their culture that when you give a calling card, use both of your hands like this. Or your other hand can support your dominant hand like this. You've seen that the second part of my Seoul vlogs that I made friends with fellow guests in the hostel that we were staying at. I can show you a picture right now. This is only a few of them. They're coming from different countries and they're in Korea for different reasons. I guess the advantage of traveling alone is that you have that time and courage to meet other people kasi you're alone. When you're traveling with people kasi, you wouldn't bother talking to strangers because you have people with you who you can talk to. Seoul is known for having a complex transportation system, but I prefer the subway more. It's either the subway, it's either riding the subway or I walk to the place. Walking is life. Woo! This is the record to beat. Also, I suggest getting the T-Money card. It really saved me a lot. There's a discount when you have the T-Money compared when you purchase your ticket per trip. If you use your T-Money, it would cost you 100 won less. I didn't consider taking the bus because I noticed that some of the buses didn't have English translations. Just to properly close everything, I've made the list of tips for you guys. First is, of course, read and research. It's actually my favorite part when it comes to planning for my trips. Always, in all of the places I've been, whether it's within the Philippines or outside the Philippines, I always make sure to read and research about the place first. Mas ma-enjoy mo if you're properly informed of the norms, the culture of the places. Kasi there's always that one place na never pang narinig na dapat puntahan. Second is to list down all of the places you want to visit in details. So, include point-to-point directions, address in English or in local language. Take note of the admission fees. Are there days wherein that place is closed? Because it's possible. Para hindi sayang yung pagpunta mo, right? So third is to learn some words in the local language. Even if it's as simple as thank you and hello. 감사합니다, 감사합니다. Or annyeonghaseyo. It doesn't cost much. So, konting effort lang, best. Document your travel. Don't be afraid to ask people to take your photos. You really have to brave it up and say, I want to remember this trip and I want to make the most of it. Immerse yourself. Don't be hindered by your fear, judge, eating alone, or fear of making new friends, or fear of talking to people. Let go of your fears and take risks. Be courageous and just enjoy it. Super worth it. You'll get to know yourself more when you do things out of the norm, when you do things you don't usually do. Another is you shouldn't overpack. Dapat you figure out before leaving what your outfits would be para mas na-visualize nyo yung total appearance nyo. If you're not really maarte and it's just a week, you can always repeat your clothes. Super basic clothes can be repeated. For example, plain black pants, denim shorts, jacket. Play around your outfits and figure out kung ano yung pwede nyong i-mix match that would still make the perfect ensemble. Having Instagram-worthy photos don't necessarily have to be over the top. For that 0.05 second, pero the whole day, you're super irritated that just for one single photo. Always bring your documents with you, like my passport and my credit cards, my money. I always brought them with me. Kasi you never know. Scatter your money in different places. Near your passport, bag you use often, your luggage. Pero make sure that you know where they are. When it comes to shopping naman, don't be pressured to get everything in different sizes and different colors just because your country doesn't manufacture them. Support a healthy lifestyle, guys. That's all I can say. Maximize the tax-free advantage. There's a certain amount that you have to reach to get that advantage. Still worth a shot if you're shopping for a lot. This is no longer about shopping, but get a Wi-Fi or the MiFi. MiFi is a mobile Wi-Fi, the small, parang 1/4 size of paper. Bulky siya, but mas mataas yung coverage compared to the SIM card. I usually get MiFi kasi I still want to use my SIM when overseas. Another life-saving tip is always update people where you are. It doesn't necessarily have to be every second. Basta keep people updated where you are kasi you never know what can happen. Pays to be alert and cautious. Most especially when you're traveling alone is don't show na you're alone or you're afraid or you're lost kasi it may attract that kind of people. Meron din yung instances there's a sign na you're not allowed to take photos of the shrine. Huwag na kayo mag-photoshoot. Traveling is not only about what you like to do. It's also being in someone's shoes. Cringe. Traveling is not only for Instagram. For yourself, it's also for the people being affected by whatever you do. Life is a circle. What you give, you get back. Yes, it's just kung ano yung values mo sa sarili. That's everything, guys. So this is where I end all of my Seoul vlogs. See you in my next vlogs. Just keep showing me some love. Bye! Actually, I recorded something about places to visit in South Korea. It's more than 50 places. I made a list. I'm not sure if I would still post it. If you want that on my channel, just comment down below and let me know.